the establishment has to give them that respect. Om Sahanavodu, Sahano Bhunaktu, Sahaviryam Karvavahai, Tejasvinavaditamastu Mahavidvishavahai, Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, Shruti Shruti Puranana, Alayam Karunalayam, Namami Bhagavat Pada, Shankaram Lauka Shankaram, Shankaram Shankaracharyam, Keshavam Badarayanam, Sutra Bhasha Krita Vande, Bhagavanta Punah Punah. See, it is said, Agrahanam does not mean Grahana Virodhi. Grahana Abhavam is called, the absence of knowledge is what is called ignorance. Grahana Abhava. We are doing 20th page. Samshaya is Varnita Swarupa Trayasya Ajnana. Ajnana Anubhasya. Apart from the experience of the I don't know, and I have misunderstanding that I am the body. I don't know that I am Brahman. I take myself to be the body. I am only the body, and I am the body or not also. I don't know. This is a kind of a doubt. All these things they are within our experience. That I don't know is our experience. I am the body is an experience, and that anubhava is the pramanam. That anubhava is the pramanam. That anubhava is without that anubhava, you cannot know whether you have ignorance or not. Therefore, when you have ignorance, that it is a matter of experience, and anything that is your existence is within experience, and therefore, apart from this agrahanam, anidagrahanam, samshaya grahanam, there is no other ignorance. Only this kind of adhyasa is there in one's anubhava. Adhyasa, only from the mithya jnana drishti, ajnanam is there. Why this mithya jnanam is there? Why error is there? The error is there because of the fact is not understood. That is called mithya jnana. And therefore, this person, the MULAVIDYA-vadi says that there is ignorance, etc., etc. And that ignorance is a positive thing. It has its own identity. That is what MULAVIDYA-vadi says. But MULAVIDYA, according to us, there is no MULAVIDYA. There is only adhyasa. There is only adhyasa. Adhyasa is that I am the body. Why you take yourself to the body? Because you don't know yourself to be the Brahman. And therefore, that is what is called not absence of knowledge. Non-understanding is there. Non-understanding leading to misunderstanding. Apart from the non-understanding, non-understanding is not a positive thing. It is only negative thing. Negative thing means it is absence of understanding. It is only absence of understanding. And Swarupa Jnana, MULAVIDYA says, in Jnana, how can there be abhava? He says Swarupa Jnanam is different from Samyak Jnanam. Swarupa Jnanam is something, the Swarupa, we are by nature consciousness. That is Swarupa Jnanam. That is Swarupa Jnanam. And then Samyak Jnanam is understanding that. Understanding is which is consciousness. That I am only consciousness. Saindavaganavat Yekarasaha. I am only Saindavagana, like Saindavagana, I am Ekarasaha. Ekarasaha means I am through and through. I am the same. This is the subject is the same. Therefore, the knower is the same. It is indivisible. And it is the same in all over. And therefore, it is, Swarupa Jnanam is different from Samyak Jnanam. And that Samyak Jnana Abhavaha is called Ajnanam. Samyak Jnana Abhavaha. Jnana Abhavaha is called Ajnanam. Ajnanam is not something positive. Positive means like this. It has its own identity. And therefore, it has its own, the table has its own identity. But Ajnanam doesn't have its own identity. Ajnanam is only Jnana Bhava, Samyak Jnana Bhava. Swarupa Jnanam is different, consciousness is different from understanding. And therefore, that understanding, Abhava, is what is called Ajnanam. In this manner, we have seen all these arguments are given in the entire book. He keeps repeating the same thing, Bhavana. There is no bhavarupa jnanam. There is no antakarana. It's not antakarana vritti. Uh, According to him, it is not bhavar, it is not antakarana vritti. It is abhavarupa jnanam. Ajnanam is not something, it is a vritti rupa. That is, even though it is not vritti rupa, but then it is felt, it is accepted only in the embodiment. Therefore, it is vritti rupa. I don't know myself is also a thought. One says that, one feels that. Therefore, it is a thought only. And then taduktam na janami ityatra taduktasya pramana vishayatve vicharaha. Then there is the 24th one, the heading I have read. Vicharaha. Now there is inquiry into the taduktam na janami ityatra. Taduktam, what you said, I don't understand. Taduktam, I don't understand. I don't understand what you said. That I don't understand. That is within experience. Everybody says that what you said, I don't understand. In this manner, this I don't understand. That I don't understand. You have to know that this is there, that is there. Then alone you can say it's a bhava. Just a minute. Taduktam na janami. What is what you said? I don't understand. Ityatra taduktasya pramana vishayatva vicharva. What is the pramanam in being ignorant? What is the pramanam in being ignorant? That ignorance is what is within Anubhava. That ignorance of what you are aware of, you are experiencing. The ignorance of French. The French, if you don't understand French, if you are talking French bhava you should know. Then alone it's a bhava you can understand. I don't know. I don't understand French. It's only known there is when there is a French is there, but I don't know French in this manner. You can understand. That you can you experience ignorance of French. When you experience, it means it is there. That is the pramana. Experience is the pramana. Shabda, Vedanta is Shabda pramana. One is Shabda pramana. It says and therefore it is an experience. It says and therefore it is a pramana. It guides you in thinking. But then your anubhava is your own pramana. That is the Mahapramana. Mahapramana means a greater pramana. Your anubhava of what is the pramana in what is. He is the pramana. He is the means of knowledge. How do you say what is the authority? What is the how do you say that there is a pramanam for your anubhava? I say it is ignorance is in my experience. When ignorance is in my experience, it is there. And that is a pramanam. And therefore, whatever I don't know is my experience, and therefore that itself is a pramana. And therefore, there's MULAVIDYA-NIRASA says that is right, but then that need not be interpreted according to you. Siddhanta says that need not be interpreted according to you. It is ignorance is in your experience, but ignorance is not to be interpreted. Your anubhava is your pramanam, but it need not be interpreted to mean some positive thing or having its own identity. It has to be interpreted according to us also, according to me also. Siddhanta says, according to us also, it has to be interpreted. It is not a presence of something, it is absence of something. It doesn't have its own identity. Ignorance has no identity of its own. Ignorance is only nothing but absence of knowledge. Or mithya jnana, non-understanding, misunderstanding. Non-understanding is what is called ignorance. Non-understanding is called understanding abhava. Understanding abhava, when understanding comes, its abhava goes. And therefore, you don't have to think, You don't have to interpret it as presence of something having its own identity. And therefore it is, when you say that even Shasha means a rabbit, it doesn't have horns. You have to know the rabbit, as something that is there. You have seen rabbit, you have seen the horn, and you can connect them together. And then you say that rabbit doesn't have horn, man doesn't have horn. Unless you know the presence, unless you remember the presence, you cannot know the ignorance. You can't talk about ignorance. I'm ignorant of it. Ignorance is experienced only when you don't know, when you know, when you have the experience, when you remember the presence of the animal, presence of the presence, remember the presence of the thing, and you remember the presence of a thing, then you can have the ignorance of it. If you don't have the presence, if you don't remember the presence, then you can't remember then you can't have the ignorance. Like heaven, I don't know. I have never, nobody has gone, nobody has ever seen. I have not been told also that there is a heaven. And therefore, but I don't know what is on earth. I know what is on earth. America is there. Even though before I go, I have heard so many people saying that there is America. And therefore, I remember there is a country called America. That America, I remember, I remember what I have heard about it, and therefore I know the presence of America. And I know the presence of America. Now I know I have not seen anything in America, etc. I have not seen America, etc. I can say I'm ignorant of America, etc. I can say I'm ignorant. That ignorance means ignorance cannot be known unless you know the bhava, presence. Presence. Unless you know the presence, you cannot know the ignorance. And then in the snake rope, you must have the samanya jnana. Samanya jnana means you must have the perception of the. You are not seeing the rope as rope. You are seeing the snake. You are seeing the snake as. You are not seeing the snake as snake. You are seeing only the rope as snake. And therefore, the rope as snake. Rope is the rope. Rope is the fact. Ropeness is the fact. Snakeness is only. You are not seeing the snake as snake. You are seeing the rope as snake. This is a very important point here. You are not seeing the snake as snake. You are seeing the rope as snake. You are not seeing the jiva as jiva. You are not seeing the jiva as jiva. Even though you say that I am seeing myself as myself, but you are not seeing. You are not seeing. You are not seeing jiva as jiva. You are seeing only Brahman as jiva. You are seeing only Brahman as jiva, and therefore, it said, unless you perceive the rope, you can't. Samanya jnana, that is called samanya jnana. Unless you perceive the rope, you can't perceive the snake. The fact must be seen as something, but I should not have Vishesha Jnanam about it. I should have the Samanya Jnanam. What is Samanya Jnanam? That there is something here, but I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. I don't know what it is. That means I don't understand it, what it is. What it is, I don't understand. There is understanding abhava, absence of understanding, non-understanding is there. And that non-understanding, because of the non-understanding, I can see something else. I can impose something else. There is a snake here. It happens to be a rope. It happens to be a rope, but then I see it as a snake. And therefore that seeing something is there. That is called Samanya Jnana. Samanya Jnana. That's called perception. That's called Samanya Jnana. But I don't know the Vishesha Jnana. So what it is. Recognition is not there. I don't understand the Vishesha Jnana. There is lack of understanding. And due to lack of understanding, I say, I see the snake. I see the snake. And therefore, without Samanya Jnana. Similarly, I'm not seeing the snake as snake. I'm seeing the rope as snake. I'm seeing the rope as snake. A rope, I see it. I am seeing the rope, but then I don't understand it. There is something here. If there is nothing, then there will be no adhyasa. And therefore, we can't impose anything. We can't we can't see snake on just space. I can see the space snake only on something which is lying there, which is lying like a snake. Yeah, Brahman is there. Brahman is interpreted as the body, and therefore the body is limited, and therefore I say I am limited. Brahman is unlimited. The body is limited. Therefore, one thinks that one I am limited. Therefore, when one understands that I am not the body, then one is unlimited. One is Brahman. Therefore, here it is said, Samana Jnanam is required. You can only you can have the error about a fact, a factuality, unless there is a fact, you cannot understand, you misunderstand. You can only misunderstand only a fact. You can't misunderstand an error. All misunderstandings are only about facts. Therefore, that is seeing the fact as something is there. Then I don't understand what it is. But then there can be an imposition, snake, etc. I can see something. What am I seeing? I'm not seeing. There is no snake there. There is only rope, and I am seeing the rope. I am seeing the rope as a snake. I'm not seeing the snake as a snake. I'm seeing the rope as a snake. Many people think that I'm seeing the snake as a snake. You are not seeing the snake as a snake. You are seeing the rope as a rope. You may think that I'm seeing the snake, there is a snake there. I'm seeing the snake as it is. You may say, it looks as though it is independent of your seeing, but it is not independent of your seeing. You see it as a snake. Therefore, you see the rope also, and therefore the rope is there. The rope as a rope you are seeing the rope as snake, and that rope is a fact. Yes, when that rope is not understood correctly, then you see it as snake. न किंचिदपि जानामि इत्यस्य अर्थः न किंचिदपि जानामि. I don't understand anything. I am a Muda. I am न किंचिदपि जानामि. I don't understand anything. इत्यस्य अर्थः. इसका अर्थ क्या है? मूढ़ोऽहम् तदुक्तं मम अन्यद्वा किंचिदपि न जानामि. I don't understand. Whatever you say, I don't understand. And I don't understand anything. I am a murkha. I am a muda. I am confused. In this manner, if somebody says, that means you have the jnana of something. It's not possible to say, I don't understand anything is not possible. I don't understand anything, to say that is not possible. And therefore, there is no possibility of that experience. And whatever you experience, that alone can be proved. That anubhava is the pramana. And if you don't experience anything, then it is not there. What you don't experience, it's not there. The whole Jagat is experienced. 5 elements are experienced. And you are the experiencer. Therefore, you are there. The 5 elements are there. 5 elements are experienced. It is anubhava vishayam. The 5 elements are anubhava vishayam. And you are anubhavayita. Anubhavita means the experiencer. Experience is called anubhava vishayam. Anubhava swarupam. The experience is anubhava swarupam. The jagat is anubhava vishayam. And therefore, unless there is anubhava, you cannot say that it is there. It has to be anubhava vishayam or anubhava swarupam. If it is either it should be sense evident or self evident. If it is sense evident, it has to be sense object. Then it is there, or it has to be remembered as something that somebody told you. Everybody, it should be universal. Like America is there. What is on the earth? If you say there is a heaven on the earth, then I can't understand it. I can't say, I can't accept it. It's a matter of belief. If you say if there is a heaven on earth, it means it's a comfort. Comfort is unknown to you. Comfort is not unknown to you. Comfort is known to you, and therefore, comfort is different from heaven. Heaven as a world. Heaven as a world. the world of heaven, with denizens of heaven, is not there on the earth. It may be comfortable. Comfort is there. That is different. Therefore, nakinch janamedya anubhave sati nakinchadapi vishayantaram avasishyate yad jnanapeksha. See, you have to have jnanam to understand the jnana bhava. You have to have the memory of the jnanam. Some jnanam you must have. You must have the embodiment. Mithya jnanam or some jnanam you must have. Some jnanam you must have. Some jnanam when you have, then you can say jnana bhava. Then alone you can say I am ignorant. You can't say ignorant unless you have the jnana. Nobody, there is no murkha. Even though a person may say, if he is able to say, that means he is embodied. He already has adhyasa, and therefore there is no such a thing. Anubhava, that I am a completely, I don't know anything. Anything means even though he may exaggerate, I don't know anything. He may exaggerate, but not that he doesn't know anything. He knows himself as an individual, that knows that he is a murkha. That much he knows. From the point of view, that is the relative. From the standpoint of that ignorance, he can say he doesn't know. He doesn't know anything. He can experience ignorance without the knowledge. Knowledge abhava, he cannot know. Without the jnana abhava cannot be known. Without the jnana abhava cannot be known. And therefore, Mudoham, Nakinja Samanava, Kinjava, Najanami, Anubhape, and therefore exaggeration is possible. A person says, I don't know anything, that is an exaggerated statement. There is no such an experience. Anyway, everybody says some jnana he has got, some jnana, and from that point of view, from the standpoint of the jnana that he has, he can talk about jnana bhava. If he doesn't know the jnana, then like in Sushupti, in the deep sleep state, there is no jnanam at all. Therefore, jnana bhava is not there. And if you look at the Sushupti as an anubhava is different from Sushupti from the waking point of view. When you wake up, you remember the Sushupti. But in Sushupti itself, it's the Anubhava. It is Anubhava of your existence. But you don't remember anything. There is no thought. There is no memory. You don't see anything. You don't perceive anything. It is only perceptions of bhava. And the perceptions of bhava, when there is perception is a bhava. When you wake up, you say that I remember that these objects were not there. That means I must first have the knowledge of their presence, then I can remember. Then I can say I was ignorant of these things. I was ignorant of these things. I must know my wife. Then alone I can say I did not see my wife in my sleep. I did not see my children in my sleep. It is only after that is what is called from the waking point of view. From the waking point of view, it is different from Anubhava point of view. From Sushupti only, the entire Jagrat. In Jagrat was not a felt way. There itself you feel the waking state. Where you did not feel the waking state, you did not feel the waking state in the Sushupti. But that waking, you did not feel the waking. You did not feel the waking state in Sushupti. That is also this waking state was not there in Sushupti. In the deep sleep state, this waking state. That means I must wake up in order to remember. But when I was experiencing, I was only there. I was there. There was no object. The object, it has to be understood that anubhava means anubhava in Sushupti. There was no anubhava of the waking world or dream world. Only when I can say that from the waking point of view, there is no waking state in the deep sleep state. In the waking state only you remember the dream state. The dream was not there in the deep sleep state. All these things I am able to say because I am thinking of uh, from the waking point of view. It is only from the waking point of view. From the deep sleep point of view, that is the source of this waking. Because the waking was not felt, waking was where I was. I did not feel the waking state. There itself, I feel the waking state. In sleep only, I feel the waking state. I did not wake up from sleep. I did not wake up. I see the waking state. I wake up in sleep. I did not wake up from sleep. Sleep means ignorance only. From the way that is only from the waking point of view. These objects I did not know. But then from the sleep point of view, there was no in sleep. From sleep point of view, sleep is the source of the waking, the source of the waking, support of the waking. And that's why it said in Mandukya Upanishad, Yesha Ishvaraha, Yesh Sarveshwaraha, Yesh Sarvajnaha, Yesh Antaryami, Yesha He Sarvesham Bhutana, the source and this end. It is the Prabhavapayo Bhutanam He. It is all the bhutas have their source in Sushupti. In having said in Sushupti as Anubhava is different from Sushupti has to be seen twice. Sushupti has to be understood as the source of Sushupti is experienced is the source of the entire thing, entire waking state. Sushupti as from the waking point of view is different from it is only a state of ignorance. And therefore in ignorance only in sleep only. I don't wake up from sleep. I wake up in sleep only. In sleep means in ignorance. In ignorance only we wake up. And therefore that sleep, that ignorance is not removed yet. And therefore one feels that one I am the body. And therefore when the body is and therefore the sushupti in sushupti, and when you wake up from the sushupti, you see the world, the waking world. And from that waking point of view, the sushupti is considered to be a state of ignorance. But that ignorance is not removed. And therefore, it is considered to be from the waking point of view only. When you know the knowledge, when you have the knowledge, then from the knowledge of the objects, then you can say, then you can say these objects were not there in Sushupti. These objects were not there in Sushupti in this manner. Therefore, Nakinchidatmi Janami, I don't understand anything. When Moda says, he can only say, I don't understand anything when he, from the standpoint of what he understands. But from the understanding, if he has no understanding, if he has no embodiment, if he has no understanding, then he cannot understand that I don't understand. He can't understand that I don't understand. He has the understanding. And therefore, he experiences ignorance. From that experience point of view, he says that he says that he is ignorant of anything. He is ignorant of all. In this manner, he says that is only from the point of view of knowledge that he has. If he doesn't have any knowledge, then he can't understand that he can't understand. He is able to understand. Therefore, Maya Tadrishasya Anubhavasya Eva Sambhava. And also, Tadrishasya Eva, and that kind of experience is not available. Nobody says, literally, it is not possible. Figuratively, it may be possible. I don't know. Understand, I don't understand anything. You also say, we also say, when we go to the elderly people, I don't understand anything. When the student goes to the teacher, I don't understand anything. That is the humility. It doesn't mean literally it's not possible. As a human being, he understands his own language. He understands his body. He understands himself as the body, and therefore that kind of experience literally is not possible. That kind of experience is not possible. I don't understand anything. He understands from that point of view. He can say, "I don't understand anything," and therefore he understands what is understanding. Understanding is always vastu tantram. It is not subjective. It's not subject to understanding. Sushuptavatu bhava vidyaya sutrama siddhi. The next one is 26th. 26th is Sushupta. In the deep sleep state, there is no bhavarupa vidya. Bhavarupa vidya means Mula vidya. Bhavarupa Vidya means Mula Vidya. Mula Vidya is not there in Sushupti. If Mula Vidya were to there, then that need not be interpreted as presence of something. And it should be absence of the knowledge. Absence of knowledge. Sushupti is absence of knowledge from the waking point of view. From its own point of view, from Sushupti point of view, it is a source of everything. Source of the waking state, support of the waking state, dissolver of the waking state. And therefore, Sushupti is only Atma, Brahmatva. Sushupti is only Brahmatva. From the Brahman, the waking has waking is felt. In Sushupti, the waking is felt. One doesn't wake up from sleep, one wakes up in sleep. One wakes up in sleep. And therefore, Sushupta Bhava Vijaya, Sutra means absolutely, Asiddhi. From all points of view, there is no such a thing called Bhavarupa Vidya. There is not a Bhavarupa Vidya. It need not be interpreted as per the MULAVIDYA-vadi. It has to be interpreted as, because the darkness also is not a presence of its own identity. It is not presence of something. It is absence of light. In the same manner, cold also is absence of warmth, and therefore it is cold. And when there is no heat, it is only absence of heat. Similarly, dukkham also is presence. Dukkham has its own identity. Dukkham has its own identity. That is different. Dukkham is imposed upon. Sukham is the swarupam of man. Sukham is the swarupam of man, and the dukkham is imposed on it. I find myself imposing on it. I see myself uncomfortable in the. I see myself uncomfortable. I see myself uncomfortable in life, and therefore dukkham is imposed. Sukham is the swarupam of man. Sukham is the nature of man. So to be sukham is the nature of man, and that is not sukha swarupam. The swarupam of man is sukham, is not understood. Anandam is the anandatvam is not understood, and therefore dukkham is imposed. And that is also that and therefore in Sushupti there is no dukkham. You can't impose all, there is no thought. There is no possibility of imposing any dukkham. And therefore if you impose dukkham, then you are woken up in sleep. And therefore in Sushupti as it is felt, there is no dukkham. There is no thought of dukkham. There is no sansara. And therefore from its own point of view, from a Sushupti point of view, there is no samsara. And therefore, that does not mean that one can go on sleeping. But he may sleep, it is not in his hands. He can't go on sleeping. If he goes on sleeping, also he has to wake up. When he wakes up, he remembers things. He sees things. And Sushupti, from the waking point of view, is only absence of the objects. The absence of the objects. It's not the absence of the it is one's own swarupa. One's own swarupa is the sukham. One's own swarupa is the sukham. That is not understood by man, and therefore dukkham is imposed on man himself. Dukkham is imposed. He finds himself imposing a dukkham on himself, and therefore sutrama siddhi. Tasmat na jagarate bhava jnana siddhi. When in Sushupti it is not there, and then in Jagrata also it is not there. In Swapna also it is not there. Bhavarupa Vidya is not there. Abhavarupa Vidya is there. Due to Abhavarupa Vidya, I see the rope as snake. Similarly, I see the Brahmatma as Jiva. And therefore, there is no such a thing as Bhavarupa Vidya. You have to understand only one thing, that is, Ajnana means Jnana Bhava. It is not a jnana. There is no knowledge, and therefore there is a misunderstanding. There is no jnanam that there is Brahman. I am Brahman, and due to the absence of understanding, there is a bhranti. There is a bhranti that I am the body, and therefore there is no bhavarupa vidya. There is having its own identity. There is only abhavarupa avidya. Abhavarupa means there is only jnana bhava. Not ajnana bhava. It is not ajnana bhava. It is jnana bhava. It is not ajnana bhava. Ajnanam is not a bhavarupa. Jnanam is only abhava rupam. It is not bhava rupam, it is abhava rupam. This has to be understood. And therefore, in Sushupti there is no ignorance. In Sushupti there is no ignorance. Supto chitasya mudoham asa, mudoham asam. And in Sushupti also, Supto chitasya, a person who has woken up from the deep sleep state, he would say that I was ignorant of anything. That is possible only when he sees the objects. When he sees the objects, and these objects were not there. In Sushupti were not there. These objects were not there. In this manner, you would say, this object, this waking state was not there. In the dream state also was not there. I'm able to remember the dream state in the waking state. I'm able to remember in the waking state. After waking up, I'm able to remember the dream state also. Anything that can be objectified can be remembered. Anything that is objectifiable can be remembered also. And therefore, asam, that is wrong. Muda asam means that should be understood. I was ignorant of these things. When I see the things, when I wake up to the things, then I can say these things were not there. But the thing is that otherwise he was from its own point of view. That is the source of everything. That is support of everything. That is the resolving point of everything. Source, support, and end of everything. And therefore, we have seen up to 27th, 27th, yes. 27th we have seen. 27th we have seen. Now we have to see 28th. Thank you very much. Om Purnamadaha Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavasishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Thank you very much. Bye.